I'm John Malinowski. I'm the PGA General Manager of Golf here at the golf course. And I guess I technically oversee the entire golf course, including the clubhouse and the golf operations. And I somewhat oversee the maintenance side of it, but I've got a good superintendent that takes care of all that for me, so I don't have to sweat about anything. So the golf course was opened in 1972. It was designed by Robert Trent Jones Sr., who's one of the most highly regarded golf course designers in the world. And I think, primarily that the golf course, it's tree lined. Every shot you really have to think about. It's not just wide open where you can just hit it wherever you want. So you're going to have to think your way around it a little bit. Not everybody likes that, but I think that's one of the things that makes it a great golf course. And he's also known for bunkering around the greens, strategically placed bunkers that if you hit a bad shot, you might have to pay a little bit of a price for. But it's a great classic design. It's all right out in front of you, and it's just a real treat to play. Our golf course, anyone can really play it, whether you're a beginner or all the way up to professional. We've got 5 sets of main tees where average golfers will play from, just based on yardage. Pick the yardage that's right for you. We also have 2 sets of family tees that we also use for beginners, and they're set out in the fairways. They go anywhere from about probably 90 yards up to about 200, 250 yards for some of them. That way, people just getting in the game, juniors, adults as well, can get out there and enjoy the game. No one likes to stand up and hit it 9 or 10 or 11 times before they get to the green. So if you play the right set of tees, you'll always have a chance at making a par or a bogey. So the practices we have here, we've got a driving range. It's double-ended. At the back end, there's a putting green at the back end and a practice bunker that you can hit from. At times, we'll open up the very back side of it, which is covered, typically in the off season, in the wintertime when it's a little bit windy or wet. We've got a huge grass tee at the front of the driving range. I think there's 40 yards of grass. So primarily from about mid-May through mid-October, we're hitting off the grass there, and it's Bermuda grass, so it comes back pretty quick. And we have a big putting green right up by the front of the clubhouse. So as far as golf operations staff, when you pull up around the bag drop there, we've got a bag drop staff that'll help unload your clubs and get them on a cart. And then when you come in to pay, you walk into the golf shop, and we've got, different people that work in the golf shop, some assistant professionals, and then some shop clerks. That'll get you checked in and get you on your way here. When you go outside, like I said, we've got the bag drop staff, and you'll meet some starters. They'll kind of point you in the right direction, give you the rules for golf for the day, tell you whether it's cart path only or not, kind of pace of play, and go through everything like that, and what we actually expect everybody to do on the golf course as far as their etiquette goes. And then when you're out on the golf course, we've got a marshal that roams around, just trying to help everybody out and keep everybody on pace, because we want everybody to have a great time. Not just your group. We hope they have a good time, but we want everybody else on the golf course to have a good time as well. And it all seems to be wrapped around pace of play. So for Ocean Pines golf course, our average pace of play is between 4 hours and 15 minutes and 4.5. Obviously, we'd love for everybody to play quicker than that, but given 15 minutes a hole and some of everything, I guess our holes are spread out quite a bit. That as long as it's under 4.5 hours, we're happy. But 4:15 is a little bit better. And if it's cart path only, it might extend a little bit longer than 4.5 hours, because sometimes it's a long walk from the cart path to where you hit your golf ball. Ocean Pines Golf Course is open. It's open to the public, and we have people that come down, really all starting in mid-March through November, that come from all over the place. As far north as Canada, we have quite a bit from New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania. That other area known as Pittsburgh. There's some people that come out here. That's kind of a long drive, but we do get them as well. And they come out a lot of times on golf packages. Some people actually own a house here, so there are residents here, but you don't have to be a resident or a member to play here. We do have members that play year-round here, and residents as well. So Ocean Pines residents get a discount off of our daily rates, and to get the Ocean Pines discount, when you call to make your tee time, you're limited to 5 days in advance. If you book over 5 days, then you'll have to pay the public rate, but the discount kicks in within 5 days. Just call the golf shop, let them know you're a resident, they'll put you in there, and then when you come in to check in, make sure you bring your property card with your picture on it. That identifies you as an Ocean Pines resident, and then we'll make sure that you get the golf discount on that. So you can get your property owner's card at White Horse Park at the admin building. Not only are we open to the public and have plenty of public play, but we have many residents in Ocean Pines that play. Through the past couple of years, we've had roughly 2,000 residents of Ocean Pines have played golf, and that's a pretty significant number. And it's not all the time, every time, but we have a significant amount of Ocean Pines residents that play here. Not all of them are members of the golf course, but they pay to play each time they come here. For residents and non-residents that want to be a member of the golf course, there are membership options, both both all day long and afternoon, and individual and family as well. Everything is listed on our website with the prices. We're happy to answer questions, but pretty much everything is spelled out on the website. And after looking at all that, if you have any questions, please give us a call. Me and my staff are more than happy to help answer any other questions and guide you in the right direction. OceanPinesGolf.org, and you can call the golf shop at 410-641-6057, extension 2. So in May of 2020, the new clubhouse has opened up, and it's beautiful. What a great improvement over the last clubhouse. So thank you, Ocean Pines residents, and thank you, Ocean Pines board, for moving forward with that. It really gives a great first impression when you pull up. It was just the missing link for the golf course and the stature of the golf course. When you walk in the main doors, we've got a golf shop just to the right. And then if you go straight back, there's a nice banquet room that holds, I believe it holds 100 guests. And then the clubhouse bar and grill is right next to that, and that holds another 100 guests. And together they can open up and make one gigantic room for any banquet or function that we have. And then off the back side of that, there's a great patio that overlooks the 9th and 18th holes and the pond between 9 and 18. And it's just a spectacular view in the morning and in the evening as well. Great place to sit and eat lunch, grab a couple beers or a drink later on. And we also have a fire pit off the backside there that's just off the 18th green there, and it's a great place to watch a tournament come in or just watch the guys come in and hang out with your friends. And actually, in the early fall, it's a great spot to watch some football games on the outdoor TV that's on the scoreboard. So we offer lessons, clinics, junior camp. There's multiple junior camps throughout the summertime. Typically, we do 4. That's actually one thing we're pretty proud of is a junior camp. 7 years ago, we had 17 kids involved, and now we have over 160 each summer. So that's a pretty significant growth and shows the viability and strength of our program. We've got a great staff that helps teach that, from camp counselors to PGA professionals. And it's one of the highlights in the summertime, and everybody loves seeing the little kids running around, big kids too, running around and having a great time and enjoying the game. So we also do individual lessons, ladies clinics, junior clinics, just different times of the year, and that'll also be on the website. So we've got a fully stocked golf shop that covers everything from hats and gloves to shoes, shirts, sweaters, and kind of everything in between. We also sell golf clubs here, putters, irons, woods, and we have the ability to custom fit those. And we've got a new launch monitor that we use to make sure that everything fits each person individually, since everybody's different height, weight, strength, size. So that helps us just make sure that what you purchase is perfect for you, and it's going to help improve your golf game there. We also offer club repair services. So if you just need re-gripping, re-shafting, we kind of do it all. We've got a great shop in there. All of our services are also listed on the website at oceanpinesgolf.org. And or you can just call and ask questions for what it is you're looking for. We don't always have everything right in stock, but we can usually get it within a day or two and get you back out in 4 or 5 days. I think one of the things that people really don't understand about a golf course is that for here at Ocean Pines, we're open year-round. We do have golfers year-round, and it's dangerous for people to walk or ride their bike, play football. I see kids out there playing football and Frisbee all the time. But it's dangerous. It's not a park. We've got plenty of parks in Ocean Pines, and I know it's very enticing to come out here, but it's dangerous. And it is designed just for the golfers only.
Yeah, so I'm Justin Hartshorn, and I'm the golf course superintendent. So I manage the day-to-day, just maintenance operations of the facility and take care of the property. Yeah, our team is a mix of quite a few people. Obviously, I oversee everything, but I do have an assistant superintendent that helps kind of fill my role in a lot of those situations as well. And then we have a mechanic who helps upkeep our maintenance fleet, which is highly important, as well as an irrigation tech who maintains the irrigation system so we can keep watering. And then as we filter down, we have guys that are specialized with mowing, and we train them to rake bunkers and do some of the basic upkeep. And that's pretty flexible on the bottom end there, just trying to get everything accomplished we need to on the golf course. So our greens, tees, and fairways are predominantly bent grass, and they're actually all mowed at different heights. So we do have a lot of different mowers that are cut in different areas. So we can't just send the same mower out to do the same thing. So there's a lot of coordination between the staff, and they have to know where they're supposed to go and what they're supposed to be cutting on the property there, which makes it, a little more difficult. You got to make sure everyone's on the same page and make sure communication is huge as a part of that. Greens are typically being mowed about 6 days a week, and then we roll them on the off day. So we're always doing something to the greens. And then tees and fairways are at least twice a week. We'll cut those. That's weather dependent, and sometimes if we know bad weather is coming, we'll cut them a third time or advance that. Our rough is being cut twice a week, so we'll cycle through that twice before the weekend gets here the best we can. And then obviously if we get a lot of rain or anything like that, it can hold up the mowing, as well as make it grow faster. Sometimes you'll go through stretches where it just grows real quick and it's hard to keep up with. So yeah, but on average, most of our surfaces are being cut at least twice a week, except for greens. They're getting a lot more than that. Yeah, irrigation has an impact, obviously. We're going to go through stretches where it's extremely dry or extremely wet. You're still going to have to manage the weakest areas on the golf course because there's so much diversity within the landscape. So we do have to watch how much water we're putting out, where we need the water. We'll do a lot of that by hand. It also plays in with chemical and fertilizer applications. So, some of those applications need to go down into the soil to be effective. So we use the irrigation as a tool if it's not going to be raining in order to get that where it needs to go. But yeah, basically with the chemicals and fertilizer and irrigation, I'm kind of analyzing the science behind that to make all that stuff work in conjunction with one another. I have a bachelor's degree in turfgrass science out of Penn State University, and I also carry the Maryland pesticide license and the Maryland nutrient management license, which allows me to apply chemicals and insecticides and the fertilizers that we use. We also record that every application that goes out. I keep a log of in the shop, and we report that to the state at the end of the year. They want to know how much fertilizer is going out, just to make sure we're using everything the way we're supposed to be under all the regulations. So there's a lot of record keeping involved with that, especially with the fungicides, insecticides, making sure we track where all that goes. And then I spend a lot of time also reading the labels. Every product that we apply has a label associated with it for proper rates and usage, how many times you can put it out throughout the course of a season. So we make sure we stay within all those guidelines when we're applying any kind of chemical, fertilizer, or insecticide on the property. Because we are extremely busy, and obviously a lot of that shows up on the in-season when we're mowing and applying chemicals and fertilizer. But yeah, certainly throughout the off-season, we do a lot of time troubleshooting. There's some things irrigation-wise and drainage-wise we can look at in the winter, as well as all kinds of tree removal, trimming things back, just trying to increase airflow and sunlight. And then associated with soil tests, we also apply nutrients in the off-season just to make sure we can keep the soils balanced after applying chemicals all year. So we do a lot of those things in the off-season that's kind of unseen when the golf course isn't jumping. Also, there's a huge agronomic aspect on the golf course, which means some of the mechanical and physical things that we do, like applying top dressing or punching holes for aerification, those all help to improve the quality of the soil. We've been using the Ninja Tines to remove thatch in that top layer. We have Verticut reels, which is a vertical mowing that removes some of that material at the surface level. And then we apply a lot of light applications of top dressing just to dilute the thatch that's in the profile. So all those tools work together just to help create a better product out there. Ninja Tine that we've actually been using is a very small aerification tine. So it pulls a little bit of material in the top inch of the soil profile, because most of our issues you'll see with the plant are involved at the root zone level, which is not seen at the surface. So there's a lot of maintenance that we're trying to incorporate sand and push those roots deeper underground that you will not see all the time at the top. So it's a constant battle just to keep removing that material, keeping the airflow going down through the entire profile. Yeah, because a lot of the core drainage of ocean pines will take in the ponds, and a lot of it does filter through the golf course in the drainage ditches. But the stuff that we primarily work on in the winter is to assist us with the greens, tees, and fairways. It's specific to the golf course, just to make sure we can keep those areas dry and healthy as possible. With the course being 50 years old, obviously with all the pines that have been in the area for so long, we do fight a lot of issues with shade and air movement. Every hole is tree lined and has homes along it. So there's not a whole lot of room for that air to move around within the property. We're constantly trying to thin that out, get more sunlight, create that airflow. But when you get into the heat and humidity of the summer, the weather conditions that are thrown at you with the lack of sunlight and airflow create challenges. So there are days where we will remain cart path only or try to keep track traffic off. Even if it looks like it's nicer, the course is firm, that's not always a good reason to drive on it. If we're seeing other issues, especially at the soil level, which we try to leave a lot of that that you're not always seeing. But if the root system's not healthy, it's not going to tolerate that traffic as well. It's always just trying to balance everything out, with a lot of factors going on, and certainly Mother Nature being one of the most challenging ones to battle. There's so many factors when you're talking about a golf course property that it is a challenge. Something's always slipping in there, no matter how prepared you think you are. So you need to be flexible and be able to just make adjustments on the fly and evaluate what's going on a day-to-day basis. So.